Welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for coming back. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about something really personal to me. But first, I want to thank you for watching my last video. It's gotten over 100 views and over 10 likes or more. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you for the comments. I'm really grateful, and I expect that you do the same for this, and let us keep it growing. But today, we're going to be learning something very interesting. I'm going to say it from my personal perspective, and I'll be giving you my intimacy journey with God so far, because it's a continuous journey, and I hope you're going to learn from it or pick one or two things that you can apply to your own journey, and that can help you to build that relationship that you want with your Father in heaven. So stay tuned as I take you through short clips of what my journey has been like. Welcome back. Okay, I grew up in a Christian home, and I had pastors as parents, so obviously I had to, know who Jesus was, who God was, and all. But I knew that was not enough. So from when I was young, I've always had questions, a lot of questions on what should be and what should not be. So I had this battle within me, questions and battle with my parents too, because I felt that some things were not meant to be, or I just felt really God and all, can't see him and all those things. But sooner than later, I started seeing evidence in my prayers. And so I believe that there was God, and God is real, but I wanted to have a close relationship with him, like what I've heard and what I've seen in the Bible. So I started with having a desire to know God. So that started my intimacy journey. So for you to be able to start an intimacy journey with God, you have to first desire to know God, want to know more about him, because your desire will do a lot of things. Yes, good intentions are not enough, but having those intentions are very key too, because if you don't have those intentions, then there would be no place for action. That takes me to the next point of building your intimacy with God, and that is taking action. I learned that I have to take responsibility. I was laying low or far low for a long time. I did devotions, I read Bible. I know I never finished reading the Bible because I always read it like it was literature, or I didn't understand it, or I was trying hard to finish the Bible than trying to understand the content in it. So the action helped me though, but it did not help me so far because I started getting discouraged. I've tried over 6 times in my life to read the Bible, and I've not finished it. But I believe that now things are better, and I'm getting better at reading the Bible. So now I have more understanding. So taking action is very important. It got to a point that in 2012 where I decided that I really wanted to do God for myself, and it shifted my orientation. Like, I wanted to take action on what I was doing. Year 1, year 2, I was just playing around, doing a lot of things that I wasn't proud of, and I'm still not proud of. But thank God for grace. Thank God. The point is, you need to realize that taking action matters. You have to take a step, even if you want to know God. The best way, the fastest way to know God is actually reading His Word. But you cannot read His Word without the help of the Holy Spirit, which is what I didn't know at the beginning. So when people say read your Bible, pray every day, if you don't have the help of the Holy Spirit, you'll be frustrated like I was a lot of times. So please take action. Start trying to read the Bible. Start trying to communicate with God. And that communication with God, I recommend for you. I had a book, Good Morning Holy Spirit. I read it on ebook, and it changed my life during service here. I got to know God more. I started talking and communicating with the Holy Spirit more. But Good Morning Holy Spirit kind of shaping and expanded my view of what the Holy Spirit was about, and how God has sent the Comforter already to help me through this journey. So I recommend, if you've not read it, you should read it. And if you've read it before, you should read it again. It's going to really help you. I want to also talk about the fact that the point where things start getting messy and the journey is just messed up. I had that countless times in my journey with God, and there were many times when I fell short, where I made mistakes, and I felt I was worthless and unworthy, and I ran away from God. I ran so fast. I ran so far too. And it was crazy because I kept going back to my mistakes. I kept making more mistakes, worse mistakes, and I just kept feeling unworthy and guilty. So there were times when I went to church and I was as dead as wood. My heart was dry. I wasn't there. I wasn't understanding. I wasn't planning to understand or comprehend or even try to feel what God wanted to say to me. It just felt like every single thing that came out of the pastor's mouth was condemning me. And that was how I heard it. Not like they were condemning me. I just felt, oh, I can't be good enough for this. And that was a mistake I made a lot of times. I felt that if I actually understood the fact that God loves me despite regardless, and He loves me with an everlasting love, even though He told me countless times that He will never leave me or forsake me, I never really listened. I always felt, no, it's not possible. How will you accept me after doing this? After wanting me not to do this and I still do it. So please don't run away from God. Don't run away from God. It's not going to help you. It's not going to build you up. It's not going to help you to advance in your journey. And it's going to even make you start from 0 point. Like you always go back to the same point where you started. And it's not really cool. So I learned that there was one particular night where something went wrong. I've done something really, really bad I'm ashamed of. And I just heard this voice saying that, why are you running away from me? Run to me, don't run away. Don't run away from me. And I'm saying that to you today. For any reason, if you have felt you've given up on this journey, you're tired, you don't think this thing can work anymore, please don't run away from God. He loves you and He cares about you totally. Please run back to Him. He's always hoping to take you. He's always ready to take your mess. Intimacy with God depends on you and Him. So it is a two-way relationship. So if your game is game too. So if you're apart, it will be very, very difficult for you guys to make progress. So God needs you to help you. Okay, before I talk about the final point, I want to chip in the fact that I have learned so much that there's a lot of things I should have known then that I'm knowing now, and I think this is the right time for it. But I could have known better. So I'm going to tell you so that you just won't be later. I just found that the basis of everything God does for us is love, and I just started learning about love. And FYI, I just got a certificate of excellence from Kings, and Kings is a gathering of kingdom influencers. And I learned, I went through a series of training of love in 6 weeks, and I'm proud to tell you that I'm a love ambassador today. So this is my certificate for my participation, and I got a certificate of excellence for my participation, a brilliant performance, during the In Love with King sport, and it changed my life. Thanks to Pastor Damilu Atoyibo and the Holy Spirit that led me to him, led me to Kings. It has been a life-changing experience. So make sure that you learn more about the love of God first. If you want to know other things, other deeper things, deeper revelations, and you want to stay strong in God, you have to learn and have the revelation of the love of God. The moment you have that basic love of God, every other thing will fall in place. And you know it that His body is light and His yoke is easy. So try to find out how much of His love that He has for you. When you do that, when you understand that revelation, things change for you, things get better for you. Prayer walk, yes. Prayer walk is something that's helped me. I started in 2012 in school, in university. I started alone with the Holy Spirit, not alone, I started with the Holy Spirit, and I used to take walks around the school to intercede for myself, my family, the school itself, and every single person that passes the path where I passed. So I made sure that prayer walk was engaging. When I was going, I would say my request to God, what I was going through, how my day has been, my thanksgiving, my supplications, everything. When I'm going, then when I'm coming back, I leave it to Him. I speak in tongues, I pray, I let Him speak to me, and I just allow Him to take charge. When you compare with the Holy Spirit, it gives you time to relax, you're free, and it's different from kneeling down in your room or sitting down somewhere to pray. So I will advise you to try it. And you might not, everybody has their own unique way of doing their prayer walks, because I found out later that people had different ways of doing it, but I just give you how I did my own. And another thing about prayer walk is that I started doing with my friends. Like, first of all, my best friend joined me, then my school son joined me in school, and three of us would go on prayer walks, and it was awesome and blissful. And in fact, during one of our prayer walks, especially the one I took with my best friend, I think the second or third one, um, she we witnessed to somebody. The Spirit told us we were going to witness to somebody, and we did witness to somebody, and it was great. It was awesome, and that was a life changing experience for me. So you can try prayer walk, and it's going to really help you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you also want to know more about my videos and more videos, because I'm going to be doing more videos every week, I would like you to subscribe, and I will do more interviews too, like when I did in the last video. So if you've not seen the last video, it will be somewhere for you to click and watch. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great